Well, we all know the cattle industry continues to have its ups and downs, but it looks like the turnaround is beginning. The herd is expanding. But during the time of contraction, one program, the Certified Angus Beef program, remained very strong and, in fact, continues to lead the charge. And we're going to talk about it now with Paul Dykstra with Certified Angus Beef. And Paul, as we look at 2015, it'll go down as one of the challenges, but also been a good time for the cattle industry. But Certified Angus Beef really has that success story that continues.
Well, it has been an intriguing time period here most recently, Ken, no doubt about it. Certainly returns to the cow-calf producer and more cyclically to the feed yards have been very, very good. And we're seeing, of course, beef prices for the end user, that consumer, at all-time highs. And that is what we sometimes consider as a challenge. But at the same time, we found that consumers prefer beef due to the taste and flavor and juiciness of the product. And as it relates, as you're alluding to the Certified Angus Beef brand, we are seeing more success in terms of sales tonnage than we've ever had in the past. So consumers, even at these higher price levels, are demanding our product. And for our program, in the last 7 or 8 years, we continue to see more sales each year, and we're going to squeak out what looks to be like our best year ever here in 2015 as we wrap up our fiscal year. So even on those fewer cattle numbers that you described earlier, fortunately we're seeing a higher quality set of cattle across the board in terms of a better Angus influenced genetic package that at least 60% of the population appears to have some of that influence, as well a higher quality grade set of steers and heifers across the U.S., which then simply adds to the percentage of those Angus type cattle that are eligible for our program that are actually making it into our specifications.
Well, let's talk about some of those factors, and one of those is the consumer, because that, to the bottom line, you have to make sure you have that market, and consumers continue to ask for Certified Angus Beef by name as they go out to have those experiences in restaurants.
That's true, and fortunately for the Certified Angus Beef brand, as being the oldest and first branded beef program, there's a lot of history and years of buildup to that brand name recognition. Now, of course, there are many, many branded beef programs that all certainly help beef demand, but for CAB, it's been a lot of years of building that. But today, consumers do recognize the brand, and the studies that have been done indicate that that is correct. It's not just our surmising so, and they associate the name with the quality product. With the specifications that the product carries, Ken, it's factual that that can be proven out and that the product does eat better than the lower grade beef that's out there today.
All right, let's talk about it from a producer standpoint. As more are coming into the program, more are making sure that they are making the right decisions not only to qualify, but there's also some enhancements and encouragements, if you will, to do that.
That's true. The first fact that you mentioned is very accurate, and the fact that I think today's beef producer, on average, is more informed than ever before about the fact that we need to be putting a quality product in front of our consumers, not only in the U.S., but internationally. But fortunately, there are economics there that you're discussing, Ken, that lend to a little bit of extra helping hand and a push toward seeking out the goal of higher marbled product, better quality grading product, and trying to get cattle that fit the Certified Angus Beef brand specifications. That economic incentive comes directly from the packer down through the production chain. The Choice Select spread today is over $9 a hundredweight at a time when we're producing more choice product in relation to those other grades than ever before. So we've got a pretty wide price spread between Choice and Select. Now for our brand as well, the packer adds say $3 to $7 a hundredweight depending on the time of the year and the packer we're talking about on top of that Choice premium above Select. So it's really those incremental changes in price that start to add up and change the bottom line for producers that have taken the effort and time to build better genetics in their cattle and consequently have a product that meets the demands of the consumer to a higher degree.
So there's a lot of good things to talk about. So tell us about the future of the Certified Angus Beef program.
Well, at this point, it seems like steady as she goes. No reason to make any major changes. As we see more demand, we need more supply. And of course, in the coming few years, the supply chain will change. We will see more cows back in production. We're already seeing that happen in the last 12 months. So retention of heifers will add to supply. And just like with the live cattle market, we'll start to then see, when we get more numbers out there, differentiation occurs, and folks look to add value not only to their cattle, but those packers and wholesalers are looking to get more then for their branded products and their higher graded products. And those are the times really when branded programs, Certified Angus Beef and others, start to shine, when there's more supply and consequently a need to eke out a few more pennies per pound.
All right, Paul, well, great to catch up. Continue to, we'll learn more about the story of Certified Angus Beef, so thanks a lot.
My pleasure, Ken. Thank you.
Paul Dykstra with the Certified Angus Beef program has joined us. I'm Ken Rogers, and you're watching Beef Business Journal.